Okay, everybody, I'm filming out here at the property in Lakeport because, yeah, there's no Wi-Fi out here. So, I thought I'd walk you all through what I've been doing out here. I'm doing projects now on several pieces of property, and kind of a big one I'm kind of killing time with over the next couple weeks before moving into the house and starting to renovate that is this project here at the property. So what I'm about to show you, this area used to be a clearing. About 25-30 years ago, we cleared this area for like picnicking, and then there was like a lot of mosquitoes and we used it like 2 summers, and then it overgrew again. So everything I'm about to show you that I flipped around, we'll flip around and show you, has only grown in like the past 25 years in this space. So let's see here. Check it out. All right, as you can imagine, this was woods all the way across the front. I know it's hard to gauge depth with video, but that was woods straight up all the way across the front, and all of this is what I've cut out. So walk with me, talk with me. This is what we got going on. All of this is going to be cleared out to be the working space for the 2 acres of woods, which I'm about to walk through with you. And this working space is going to have, aggressive composting, large scale. Of course, all these trees will be pulled out. All the debris will be pulled out. It'll be leveled off. All these stumps will be taken out. So this clearing is going to be kind of a space for maybe even 2, farm trucks, etc. And some composting and stuff can be done. But basically, we're making a J-curve back into the woods. So, once again, I spent the second half of my childhood on this property. I don't know, I guess about age 10 or 11 to 15 or 16, somewhere in that range. And it's just kind of sat here. There's nothing. It's the 2 untouched acres on the property. And so now that I'm back, I'm going to start utilizing it. And we're going to do a food forest back here and everything. So this is from the other side. Now you can maybe get a better sense of how much I've cleared out pretty much by hand. I mean, with my Sawzall and a little bit of chainsaw action, but I need to get a new chainsaw. That's what needs to happen. So these right here still need to go, but by and large, I've cut down all the stuff that needs to be cut in this section. And there's still some dead trees. A lot of this on the forest floor here is dead. That's knocked over, probably at least half. And everything I cut down that is living, like I said, none of it's old growth of any kind, and they're all, I'm going to be using them. I have plans for all these long trees, so more on that later. So right about here, we'll be cutting these out. This big birch right here, right? We're going to be cutting that out. So just got to imagine all this stuff gone. And this is where I've judged our curve is going to begin. Right here. Okay? So we're going to start curving right around that stump right there. Right? So this stuff all has to go still, right? But it's not very much. So right around that stump, we start curving around this way into the woods. I'm going to go ahead and flip you around and walk you through it. So curving through like so. And as you can see, it gets much more sparse back here, right? So you can see all this dead stuff. All this dead stuff. Okay. Well, basically, I'm going to make a truck-wide path right down the middle of these 2 acres. And that means some dead stuff is going to have to go down. And that means maybe a couple living trees as well. But as you can see, there's lots of trees back here. And all we're doing really is, caretaking this space. We're not going to overdevelop it by any means. So, like I said, this goes back 2 full acres straight into the woods. And you can see all of this deadfall. all of these leaves, all of this, we're gonna clear it all. We're gonna clear this whole wooded section with a path down the middle. We're gonna chip a bunch of this stuff. We're gonna keep the large enough wood and utilize it. We're gonna compost all the leaves and dead matter. We're going to bring back in a bunch of those chips. There's a lot of swampy spots. We're gonna level some things out. We're gonna start growing mushrooms back in here, various types in those wood chips and sawdust and things like that. And this is gonna be a bit of a food forest. I have a vision. I mean, right now, lots of wildlife passes through here, and it's great for that. I have a vision of this space being more a destination that draws wildlife to go ahead and just hang out. And so running water features, you know, just a nice tranquil environment and a park-like setting where a bunch of food grows. That's pretty much what I'm going to turn this 2 acres into. And there's no rush. It's kind of a get to it when I'm not doing other stuff. Though there certainly is other stuff I could be doing right now. This is what I'm doing. So, just made my way back out. And there's a ton of wood. Gonna use all of that. Gonna use all of that. Got plans. Not gonna mulch the big stuff. Not gonna burn it for firewood either. We're gonna build with it because it's awesome. And big long pieces of tree and timber are hard to come by. And so you can utilize them and do a lot of cool things with them if you want. All right. So that's just over 7 minutes, and I think that's long enough, everybody. Once again, out at the property, being a lumberjack. Peace.